So on a recent live stream, I had someone ask me the age-old question, how much code behind is okay to have? This is a personal opinion, and I have my own, so tune in. All right, we got a question in the chat room, which is, what is the best practice for code behind? Well, if you're using MVVM, depends on what you want to do. I'm a believer of you have as much or as little code behind as you possibly want in your application. If you want to have all view models and want to be in a completely separate project and you want it to be super fully testable, go for it. That's totally up to you. If you want it to be everything in your code behind and no view models, super awesome, go to town. I think MVVM with code behind, it's kind of up to you. Normally when I'm interacting with the user interface, then I don't mind necessarily like a tap event or a touch event, then calling into my view model to do something, or a back button, because it's UI events. I don't need to test if the UI did it. It's the important part is like what happens after that, right? So that way your view model really doesn't know anything about the view at all. So to me, that's what's sort of important about how much code behind, how little code behind, it's up to you. I'm more of a believer of if my view model doesn't need anything in its constructor and I'm not sharing it with any other pages in my Xamarin.Forms or UWP or WPF app, then I'll just create it in the XAML. That sounds great. I'll just put the binding context right there and I never have to worry about it and I'm good. Else, if it does need some additional data that's being passed to and from it, then I'll just create it in the code behind. And my code behind will literally be binding context equals new view model, because that's what's important. The testability of the view model is what's important. It's not necessarily the UI bits and pieces of it unless you're doing UI testing. And in that case, then you would be doing UI testing, not view model based testing with something like XUnit or NUnit. So to me, some people think clean code means that it's 100% abstract in its own thing. There's interfaces everywhere. That's awesome. Sometimes you just need to crush code and push it out. So it's totally up to you. I do think that using view models keeps it a little bit cleaner in general, but in the case of my app, MyCadence, I'm doing tons of Bluetooth stuff and lots of events, and it's very UI driven and heavy. So I'm just putting it all in the UI. Anyways, that's my answer. Well, there you have it. That's my opinion of code behind and MVVM and how much you should have. It's all up to you, but what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell, subscribe, do all the things that I always tell you to do. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.